Here we go. This is a bit of the ongoing bit. As you've seen earlier on the shorts, there's the donor bits with a broken chassis, good motor. I managed to get it to run. And there's the Burma Star body, which will be going on my trusty old Crompton, which was in BR Blue 3324. Sadly, the body's in a bit of a mess now. I think I did check that. You've seen that on the cooked it a bit there too much, and it was all broken up on the front. You can see the bad damage there, and where the light, it all busted there, and I glued it there and all, and yeah, so hence she's having a bit of an upgrade, because it's been a good motor. Obviously I've had to buy a new one like you saw there. That works, but the wires get brittle and they snap, so I will get another one to put in as a spare at some stage, but it will be going in the body. So join me in shortly and we'll start drilling the holes and painting. Because what I'm going to do is replicate that, do that black, same as this one, because this one obviously at the moment is just clear, so we're going to paint that black. So let's move on to do some bits. Okay guys, you join me. Right, let's the Burma Star. Alright, we have some holes in the front and the rear, or call it what end you like. Underneath we've got the black done, black there, too bad, bit finicky around the windows, but then it's going to be weathered, so we're going to make it a bit rustier looking and etc, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's quite a good nick body shell, so it's got a fighting chance, this one, if I don't fall on the bloody floor like the other one. But yeah, that's what we've just done. And what I've used is my Vallejo spray paint, but I just put a bit of dab on a bit of cardboard and brush it on. So yeah, that stays there now. So with the black, so we just let that dry now. And yeah, so the body shit will come along. I'm going to go indoors now with the boys, because we've got some fireworks going on. Not so good, but there you go. We'll see us on the next stage when I put all the lights and bits, or when I'm doing some weathering. I might do some filming of that with the weathering. I'm going to weather it with the powders, so, and then give it a coat of lacquer over the top. So hopefully that will give it its own touch. So yeah, let's crack on to the next stage. Okay guys, now just put it on the spray booth. Used a little bit of dark earth with the airbrush. Don't look too bad, just a bit along the bottom. I put the original chassis on, just so it don't matter, so I can just paint the body on its own. You can probably just see lightly there. I don't go too mad because I've got to do the black yet. So yeah, that's basically this bit on the front there. And that's so far, that's the first stage of the dark earth. So we'll move on to the black with the powders. Righto guys, cracking on with our friend the Burma Star rejuvenated Crompton. I've been doing some weathering. I'll show you what we've done. Tried to highlight a bit more smoke over where the exhaust would be, the roof. I've done some rust. You might be able to see some of the rust coming down from the windows a little bit there, not too excessive. It's hard to do weathering. I don't know if you ever tried it, like it's a bit hit or miss. The front obviously, because it gets buffed away, so it don't get so much dirty, but I've done a bit on the bottom half with the dark earth. And then you can see like where the new soof is, that's that one there, and then yeah, and then we follow it round. Yeah, and I've done some more, as I say, lightly tried to do the rust down the windows as much as I can, just for a little bit. I try to keep weathering subtle, because you can really overdo it quite easily. Obviously the grating there, I've done it black, and then I've got some dirt weathering running down. On the front you can just see it all there, just to make it look a bit more user friendly, like it's been around. Yeah, brushing it was a bit hard, to be honest, using the black. Didn't like using the black. Found the dark earth isn't too bad to use, so put it like that. Obviously you can see the missing bogie, because obviously this chassis is broken, but I can use the old chassis just to sit it on to finish that section. Well, what we'll look at now is to show you what I used. Firstly, we go to like, and that's what I'm using. I'm using these weathering set powders, which I use on my track. As you know, I've been doing bits of the track. I'm getting there slowly. A bit scared to do the main layout yet, but yeah, moving aside. But yeah, you can see the black in the middle. I'll explain that in a few seconds. The dirty patches in the middle. Right, moving back to what we were talking about, there's the rust. It's just like that, you know, little pot of powder, and then you've got your dark brown, which I used on the track as well. And then the tricky one to use is the black. I found that very hard to use. So then what I did then is what we do is I'll point you like that, and so now you can see this magic tubs appear because I've just picked it up. But this is the black that I use. You water it down, milky consistency, because I wanted to do a bit more, as I showed you a second ago, to highlight the roof with exhaust. So what I use is this is all eBay. It's like a copy of your Waters and that. It's called K-Moon. It's not a bad one. Yeah, I used that. You can get them cheap. I think only 15 quid, something silly. Obviously I've got my compressor on the floor. That's it, bad light really. There's my compressor. And one of them little ones, you can get that. All this come from eBay. Yeah, so once I've done all that, like you can see there, got it all to how I want it, more or less. And then I've got my matte acrylic varnish, which is Vallejo again. Brilliant stuff. You want to use Vallejo's best paints going. Yeah, to go over it, just to lock it all in. So that's that sort of covered. Excuse the flickering, it's the little lights. But yeah, so it's not too bad. So, as I say, the Burma Star. Also, changing the subject briefly, I had to do one of my LEDs here, the red one. They're very flimsy. Again, if you're soldering, they light up well. I'll show you, demonstrate. Obviously, you know, like I said to you, the two wires. Let's move this out of the way. The two wires. All I've got to do is click it. There we go. And it's running. Look. Yeah, and that's going forwards. And the one that was playing up was that one. So I've just changed that. So there's the white there. Getting it all ready. Hopefully we have the body back on tomorrow at some point. See how we get on. But yeah, it's only on the rolling road just to demonstrate. Yeah. Right. Anyhow. Yeah, project. So there's the chassis pretty much ready. And obviously the body's got to have the glass put in. Do a trial run, make sure the smoke is still working. My SOOF. I've got a packet here somewhere. I'll get the packet out before you go on this part of the rejuvenation. It's in here. I'll show you. Right, hold on. Yep. I think this is the packet. Yep. This is where it is. It's the SOOF 99. I do like the SOOF 99s. That they are really good. Yeah, I've just ordered a SOOF 100, which was reduced on eBay again. Yeah, just to have a backup. But you can see it there. Try to do the smoke around it, so at least when it runs, all the grates are blackened slightly. Yeah, not too bad. So we'll move on. Next time you see me, hopefully, we'll have the body on it. So the old Crompton will be getting there. Yeah, so there you go. So this is like the rejuvenated, the Burma Star, which is 33056. Now in a weathered condition. So next we'll see it with the body on, hopefully. Cheers guys, see you in a bit. Gonna attempt to paint the front right beam and little rails at the side. So we're gonna try and do. See if we can get lucky. And many deep breaths I can manage. Right. get the bit round the side as well if we can. Yeah, not bad. See if we can try and do the door. But I'm going to use a toothpick because it's so small. Really, yeah. Not sure if it's really doing it. Don't want them to look like new, because obviously we're making the Burma style look a bit tired. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, it's gone quite successfully. Like I say, we've got to try and do the underside. That could be quite interesting, but we'll see if I can have better luck with these grab rails. Not too bad. I think we'll just do the profile edge rather than down the side of them, because you don't really look at that. Door handle, look at that. That worked, guys. Blimey. Shock horror. Yeah, let's do a couple of marks on the windows. Do a couple of up where they might open the door. Open the door and kick it all the time, don't I? Getting in and out, so we'll just do a little bit there. Do a little snort on the top of the window. Just to give it a little bit of something. We'll do the same for this side. That'll do. Right, we're just going to try and do the bottom half. Yeah. You can just about see that, guys. It's just about. See if we can do a bit of deep breathing again. Yeah, not too bad. Try this side. Yeah, brush has let me down again. Brush has let me down again. Right, a little bit more water. I might try the door handles. Yeah, so far so good. We'll do this side front bit now, guys. Should have used this brush from the start, shouldn't we? But there you go. Yeah, not bad. Hopefully, so far so good. Just got to pick it up now and do the underside. So we'll just turn it over a little bit like that. You can see a little bit there. See if we can get the under bit done. Really steady hand years ago. Right, but yeah, what we got this side, can we do a little bit of silver? I was just looking to see, what you've got here, guys, is a door. So obviously they've opened it a few times and bits, so you can see where like the hinges are. So very gently. Just to give it that little bit of being manhandled more than anything. They like little chip marks just to give it that little bit of, maybe it's a bit over the top, but I always think giving them little chip marks, I've done it on my airplanes before, just gives the impression it's where the paint's come off. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm quite pleased with that. I think we'll finish it there. So what I'll do, I will pick you up so you can have a little look, and then we'll turn the we'll turn it round so you can see different angles. We'll bring it there, and what we can do is like this a little bit, you know. Yeah. Whoops, sorry. Jigged the camera there. Right. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. Whether you like what I've done, but it's not too bad. Highlighted as what I could. Looks like I've missed a little bit there, guys, so we could do that bit there. A kickboard, you know, like I said, where he gets in and out the door, we've got this one here. We can probably just do a little bit like just like that, just around the door, like the other one, just where it's kicked as you get in and out. Make a mess of the door, don't they? A little bit here we could do probably. The stickers have gone a bit worn, so that gave me the idea of like, let's just continue that theme really. Yeah, that's alright, that's not bad. Yeah, got a few little bits. We haven't done this end, so we might as well do a couple of little blips around the windows. So I'll do a little bit there. Always in the corners where the paint had rubbed off. Paint's starting to go a bit that we've been using. I think I deviated the camera there, sorry about that, but it's a bit tricky when you're trying to hold the camera. Taking a deep breath and just trying to get a little bit of that'll do. I think we're done. Right, yep, I'm pleased with that. There we go, down the sides. Next stage, we'll put it on the body. Could be interesting. May even snap and I have to do some more soldering. Normally they do bend a bit, but sometimes because it's been a while since it's been pulled around, like the SUF, the wires would just disconnect themselves. So, but yes, it's an easy fix. So yeah, okay, nice one, guys. So we'll move on to when we start putting the body on, shall we? Right then, here we go. We're going to attempt to put the body on and see how we get on. First things we've got to do is we have to sort of put it all together as best we can, and then we have to check the lights. So we'll put the bottom in, so that should just be easy. I think there's both the same ends, it's exactly the same. You can see we've got that smoker there. So what I'll do is I'll just lift them gently. As I said to you guys, these wires are so flimsy, it's ridiculous. But right, we'll slide it over. We'll know the window goes in there. We push it down. We've got the windows back in. Okay, now what we got to do, I've done this so many times, but it's so like fiddly is the best way of describing it. Right, okay, so what we have to do is we've got this end here, so as you can see we've got our lights, yeah. Right, then I can threadle them out. Might have me smoke in the way, but we'll have to see, won't we? Yeah, I know what he's saying, guys. It's all fiddly, and that's the nature of this game, really. Unfortunately, I think it could be worse. I could have the DCC and all that, and nah, you're right. I like my simple stuff, and to be fair, a lot of this is quite simple for me. Makes it a bit easier for me as well, so I can think. What we could try this instead. We could swap it round the other way and see what we've got, because this would be quite easier to do. Right, we've got to turn it upside down because that's how they originally were in. And then what we'll do is we have to get this out. I think I need a new solder pot, guys. Yeah, I think I need a new solder pot. It's getting a bit added, that, but it's still doing the job, which is all it has to do. Right, let's see if we can get some solder. A little bit here. And we've got a green light, means we're ready. Right, what we'll do briefly is we'll just clean the soldering iron on the end. It's got a little bit of tinning on it, which is good. We'll see if we can get a bit of snort on here. Yep, that's work. Right, now all we've got to do, if you can see it there, bring it over. Wait for it to cure. Hopefully that's got it. So now soldering on off. Move it over to one side. Not yet. Yeah, it should do. Have I got it? No, it's bending it, bending that one up. Yeah, what I'm going to have to do is get my little screwdriver. We'll open it up a little bit. Yeah. Open up our chocolate bottle. I think it's a little bit too, this one here on the right, I think it's just a little bit too, not enough. So we'll open that up again. Have another go. Trying to move it so you can see really. It's just getting you in a position where you can look at it. Right. Yeah. So, right, we'll try that. So put that one in there. Yeah, that one's gone in there this time. And we'll get, let's move the black out of the way because that's going to be going that side. Right, I'm hoping that we've got a connection in there. So I can do it up. And then give them a little, gentle little tug. You might see my hand there for a minute. Let's see what we, oh, no, see what I mean? You get one in and the other one stays out. So we've got to, you keep fumbling with it until you get it just right. Yeah, we will get there. These are fiddly, but I can't solder them, so I'll have to use, that's why I have to use these bloody chocolate blocks, because they're not ideal, to be fair, but right, let's try again. Well, both the wires are in there again. What we got this time? Nearly. It started. Let's see if I can nip it up a bit more. Yeah, it's just not very good, is it? Yeah, I can pull it out still. Yeah, I knew I was going to have a few little issues here. Try there, shall we? Might tighten down on the other bit. We need it to be underneath the thick wire, really. Look, no. Anyway, we'll edit that. We'll come back, guys, when I'm done, so we can show you the end result. Okay, guys, we seem to have the wires held together at the moment. So the next stage, obviously, is to try and put it on and to see if we can get lucky with, because bear in mind we've got a lot of wire in here, so the wires do tend to get in the way of things and stuff, so we'll have to see if we can thread it all in. Hopefully it will close down. I know we have issues with wires before. It's mainly keeping all this lot up this end. Right, see if we can get the body. Oh, hang on. Now the crucial point is when you put it on the track. Have you got any lights? Yeah. Oh, like that. Got one light. we've lost one this way. Okay, let's see if the smoker works. Well, it's trying. Let's give it a drink, shall we? You can probably see that there. Let's give it a drink. Let me give it a drink. See if it works, shall we? See if we've got a smoker. Yeah, we have a smoker. Well, that works anyway. Going that way. Let's go the other way. Yeah, we've got one bulb out. It's probably wiring needs a bit of snort, but I can deal with that. So yeah, we've got our running light on the front. Yeah, cool beans. It seems to work. And there we have a smoke. So there's our finished job, everybody, of the Burma Star. We'll give it a bit more guns. Look like the smoker's used it up. Right, let's put you there a minute. Just prior to finishing. We'll put a bit more. There we go, quite a bit. We get our famous tissue, as you've probably seen me all the time. Mop it down. Let's see if we can run it with some smoke. Yeah, it seems to work, everybody. Anyway, there you go. So thanks very much, guys, for watching this video. Success, the Burma Star, the rejuvenated Crompton. So thanks very much for watching. Please do leave me a like, subscribe. As you know, for me, every little counts. And I hope to see you all again. Bye, guys.